actually have hope in reverse. Okay. The next card that flipped over, it was stuck in my deck. It was creativity. And Spirit told me to look at the cards that it was stuck between. Oops, sorry. Now these are backwards because of me. Okay. Joy and healing. Alright, I'll just have to check my notes here. Okay. So, what did I write? I wrote the first card that jumped out was the hope in reverse. Next, creativity flipped out, but it was stuck within the deck. Spirit told me to look at the cards. I've literally read this. Okay. There we find creativity stuck between healing and joy. So it sets the tone that at some point in March, you're going to be feeling low on hope and simply not able to find much joy, or feeling like healing's taking place. You may be, oh, okay, Spirit. They told me earlier we're going to get the bonus round. So what I'm hearing now that I wasn't hearing then was you're going to be out of hope, but you're going to be trying to find it. You're desperately going to be trying to find it. It's just not going to be very easy. Part of it is the healing process, Spirit's telling me now. Part of this dissatisfaction you're feeling, obliqueness that you may come to feel, it is part of your healing. It's part of realizing what's not working for you, what doesn't make you glow. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so continuing on with my notes. I was asked to continue shuffling, and within a moment, a stack jumped out. Renewal. Reflection. Let go. See, I worked hard on this. I went and picked all these cards back out so I could do a video version. Because that's what my spirit guide said. Okay, these 6 cards explain further that you are not feeling healing vibes likely because you are holding on to anger. And Spirit is chiming in by saying that letting go of it is hard to do because the situation seems to become a pattern with someone. This repeating situation is one. It's one. I'm sorry, this is my first time doing a video like this in a while, so it's gonna be a little choppy, but I'm getting the ball rolling, you know. And hey, if you like the short and sweet version, you're more than welcome to go to the website. But I appreciate you bearing with me, those who are watching, my Aries. This is for Aries. My Aries who are watching because, yeah, I'm new to this, so thanks for watching. Thank you. I should say I'm new to the videos. I started doing these horoscopes a long time ago, but I digress. Back to your reading the notes. This is what you can read online, and I'm going to add in what Spirit adds in here. Okay, so we see all these cards. This is a repeating situation and one that angers you and isn't just sad and hopeless. It's frustrating and something you're seriously growing tired of, and I'm hearing ill over it. Again, I was asked to shuffle the deck for you, and as I did, I asked Spirit what their advice is to you on this situation that you may go through this March 2026. Gratitude jumped out into my lap, forcing me to put my head down as if I was praying just to see it. So as I did, I am so blind, y'all. I'm squinting over here, and I have the computer TV screen so close. Okay, so as I did, Spirit said that you should try to focus on what you can to be grateful about the situation. And as I heard this, I did get the feeling it might be hard for many of you to find the blessing in the frustration. Spirit said there is something for you to learn in this. For some, it will be a lesson on seeing people and things for who or what they are and making peace with it. AKA, not expecting more than they can deliver. Or setting yourself up for disappointments. Sometimes we want to believe what we want to believe so much that we're failing to see what is right in front of us, and then we end up hurt, you know, because things didn't turn out, but we had all the signs, you know, we just didn't want to see it. So that sort of thing. For some, this can be about strengthening your boundaries or gaining a new awareness of which ones you need and why you need them. Forgive and acceptance came out as a sorry. I'll show the pictures of the cards later. I already took photos of them too. I'm trying to do this editing. I'm trying to learn editing, all sorts of stuff. Okay, so forgive and acceptance that also came out for you, Aries, is a pair suggesting you do try to accept people for who they are and make peace with the fact that they can't be who they say. They cannot be who they say. So some of you have been dealing with people who give you, they tell you one thing and you're seeing something else, and it sounds like the message here is instead of getting constantly repeating the cycle of getting frustrated by the fact that hey, you said this didn't happen. Maybe it's time to just accept, that's just who they are. Or don't stop worrying about what they're saying. Some people, what they say really doesn't matter. That's why they say actions speak louder than words, right? All right, so let's see what else we got. It can't be who they say, who they wish they were, or who you want them to, or who you want to believe they are. I'm going to read that all again. Forgive and acceptance came out as a pair, suggesting you do try to accept people for who they are and make peace with the fact that they can't be who they say, who they wish they were, or who you want to believe they are. Bottled up and ambition came out next. These came out as a pair, and I heard that you may be more frustrated about not getting what you hope for, and you are projecting a bit onto this other person or another person as well. If the shoe fits, try to manage your projections a bit better so your healing or ability to find and have hope can return a bit sooner. So again, this sounds like you may be your own block right now, and it's not all your fault. It's not saying it's all your fault, but the fact that you're not there's two concerns is the shoe fits. If you're having frustrating situations with people repeat, maybe you just got to accept this is how it is. Maybe you got to accept that's how they are. Maybe you got to accept you haven't been accepting the truth as it's coming. Maybe you've been building some castles in the sky. So in order for you to get over being stuck in this spot where you're having this feeling of lack of hope, maybe you need to change the direction. There's a lot you can do here. Where we're at reset, this is like the ground zero. We've been hearing about it for the last year and a half. The reset. I heard about it 10 years ago from Spirit God himself. But here we are. Here I am just learning about the astrological end of it. Like, oh, you don't say. So yeah, we're here. This is the ground zero point. So be prepared. You're going to have a lot of unveilings. There's going to be a lot more revelations that change your directions right now. And I can't stress this enough for people. If you are repeatedly having letdowns and disappointing situations, and it's always with the same people, or if you always have a bad time and you go to that one bar, don't go to the bar no more. There's other bars. So I'm going to wrap it up with that in my letter to Aries here. Of course, I wrap it up letting you know I hope this outlook is helpful. I hope if it is accurate, it's helpful to getting you to the next part of your journey, the next step of healing, and to get back in alignment. If you're, a lot of these readings that I've been doing for the 13 scopes, a lot of them seem to be touching on some heavier emotional moments and challenges. Hard things we go through. Everybody's got something to go through. Life is not a cakewalk. I'll be the first to tell you, first to admit it. But these horoscopes are designed, they're encouraged by my spirit guides and ancestors to do these. And they told me not that long ago, the purpose behind it is to help us get back in alignment. And to give advice, to give you a little heads up for what's coming. So this is your outlook for March, Aries. If you feel it fits, I know you can't tell me here at the end of February, But if you end up watching this later in March and it's fitting, please do leave a comment. Let me know. I would love it. I do have a group on Facebook, or sorry, FB. I have a group there. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to keep it. I got monetized in FB, and ever since I did, it's like, oh, I keep having trouble. Like, I had a 2-week period where I couldn't post anything, or I couldn't participate in any groups. Now I'm not allowed to comment on anything. And just, who knows? You know, every day they keep adding my restrictions, so I don't know. At this point, I can't even comment on my own post, or I can post in my group, but I can't interact with my people. So I don't know. We'll just deal with it. But that's another thing that's pushed me to start doing these videos. I'm gonna have to get more active on other sites. You know, if the door is closing on FB, or the breathing room is just getting not enough for me, then that's a sign. You know, I could cry about it and wallow in it, or I could realize, hey, this is probably a nudge from the universe that I need to seek another opportunity, perhaps. You know, it's a better way to use my time and energy to find the other opportunity, the other door, than it is to sit here and be mad and feel like I have nothing to do now just because one option isn't working out the way I wish. So that's how I'm looking at it, and I'm sure I'm not going to be the only one feeling like that. I'm positive of it because I heard it from spirit. So, so you know, let's walk this journey, this labyrinth of life. You know, we can walk it together. I'll be there for you. I'll let you know what I hear from the big guys, and I hope it helps. Really, if you'd like to book a private reading with me, I'm available on call. Pretty much from like 7 in the morning until 8 or 9 at night on Bitwine. The rates are a little higher there, but I'm on call, so all you gotta do is click a couple buttons and we're connected. If you'd like to save some money and you don't mind a little wait, you can come to me on my website. I'll put the info in wherever I can, or you can just Google me, Jessica Lee, the Secret Psychic, and my website should be easily found, I think. Or you can find me on FB, TikTok, wherever. But I should be able to put some info here for you. Right, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can edit my video here. Wish me luck. I hope it turns out okay. This is my first for you, Aries. So I hope you liked it. And I'm sure it'll get better if I keep it up, right? Alright, have a good day. Happy, it's Taco Tuesday. Go get your tacos on. I don't know how I forgot. I'm old. Alright, good day, y'all.